Hey, welcome to September week 2, second half. Um, we have just made mood boards, and now you are creating mock-ups of the product designs for our Crosley record player designs. So this video, it's just going to basically show you in Canva some tips to make this thing happen if you want to do your mock-up in Canva. So in the assignment under resources, there's a link to the Canva template. If I click on this link, it is going to bring this up and say, hey, do you want to, oh, come back. There you go. Do you want to view the template? Mine says edit because I made it. So view template. Your template is ready. Open an editor. I have signed in with my @battlegroundps.org account. So that will open up into Canva. Take a moment up here where it says copy of Crosley record player mockup. Throw your last name up there so that you're not just downloading and turning in a whole lot of things called copy, just in case I need to download them. So always helpful to title your work right when you do that. And just so you know, Canva does autosave, but if you have kind of shoddy Wi-Fi that goes in and out, sometimes you want to go to File and click Save. And there's also a button here called Make a Copy. If you decide that you want to do more than one mock-up, that is completely fine. Just make a copy of this blank one, and then you can keep going. As a reminder, once you have started this document, it is in Canva, so you will have to go back to the home page in Canva, which is in this menu that hides over here on the left. Click the 3 little dots, go either home or to your projects, and you can find the one that you have already started. And you know you've already started it because you just named it whatever your last name is, copy. That is a good way to be able to find which is the, if you happen to click on the template again. Okay, so again, in Canva, you've got your main menu over here on the left. You will have some options that pop up on top as we build things. I have made this Canva template so that, oh, I believe I forgot to do it, but they are grouped together so that if I was to click on this, I'm actually going to group them and I'm going to lock all of this. So I'm going to click this little lock. So when you get it, you won't be able to move anything on here by mistake or anything like that. So that is going to be done for you. When I click on position, that is how I bring up my layers panel over here on the left. And you can see everything that I have in here. I've just grouped together. They're in this little group and they're locked, so you can't move anything here. You can put things underneath these line drawings if you wanted to. If you wanted some of the details to show through, I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so this is just a sketch. So my mood board was about like living room and how music brings people together. So I might work on the top first. I'm going to drag this image over here. Wait, why is it doing that? Undo. Did this not get in the group? They should be grouped. I shouldn't be able to drag things. Oh, I think it's just going to happen. It's going to, so if I drag onto it, it's replacing. Well, that's lame. I'm going to see if I can meh. Okay, it's fine. It's just how Canva is. If you drag so if I drag an image over, if I drag it over, it's going to want to replace that image that is in that little square, right? We saw that we did that with our family self community cubes. So another way around that, either don't drag it, just click it. It's going to open the image. It's floating in its own little layer, and then I can size it up. You are not limited in this size of the image though. Once I get it to fit here, I can drag the bottom lever over. And so this is fitting my frame. So I'm going to make the frame fit. And then if I double click, 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 I can now position the image inside that frame. Okay, so Canva works a lot like InDesign or what we use to make our yearbook. You fit the frame and then move the image inside that frame to fit. So I've got this living room kind of thing over here. I'm thinking music and place. So maybe I go and I type in place. And I am mixing graphics. It doesn't really matter too much. Ooh, I like this one, I think. I'm just getting ideas, right? It's okay to mix graphics and photos. This is just like a really quick way of just saying, hey, when I think about place, I'm thinking about one of these like Google Place dividers or pointers, pins. Ooh, right? And then even by looking at that, I'm like, that's making me think of like a record player arm, right? And so maybe I go back. There are ways of drawing. Like I could go to tools and I could either draw with a marker, a fine tip marker, a thicker chisel tip marker, which is called highlighter. So it's going to be slightly see-through. There's an eraser, and this is where I can change the color. So I'm going to go marker. I'm going to make it black. Again, if you can't find the color you want, and maybe these are the colors that you have off of your mood board. So I can find that color. Where did that color go? Add that color. I want that color. Oh, it's over here. It's not showing me yet because I haven't made it. So I'm doing this like burgundy color. Maybe I draw a line over here because I want this to be like, here is the record player thing, and then this is the pin of that. I can already see that this line needs to go behind this line here, or the pin. So I'm going to get out of my drawing tools, come over here. I'm back in my little selection arrow. If I click on it, I can open up the position. Position, again, is going to give me my layers. I need this to be underneath this. I drew two lines, actually, so both of them are going to go underneath. And so now, if I click here, this pin is now on top, and I can make it bigger if I want to kind of cover that up or just kind of see, ooh, I kind of like the way that works, okay? But now I want a record on here as well. So elements, record. I'm just gonna pick one. I'm gonna throw this in here. The problem, and you will find that you're gonna want to like bend things and warp things. Canva is not that intense of a program. But we're just getting an idea on here without having to sketch it. I need to see how I place this on here, but I need to make it fit the frame. Again, if I pull in my frame, it will crop out the edges. Okay, if I forget that and I had it really big, I double click and then this is my crop tool. Okay, so this will help me fit the frame. So fit the frame, double click, and then I can move within that frame to position this where I want it. So keep your edges clean because it's going to give us a good idea of what that looks like. Position, it's going to open up layers again, drag that underneath my record player needle. And then maybe I'm feeling, I don't know, that kind of works. It's just an idea, right? So then we can talk about this whole living room effect. Maybe I want a lighting effect over here or something about togetherness, like maybe cup of coffee. Ooh, I'll put a cup of coffee there. Coffee cup. Coffee cup. Because coffee brings people together. And I want a coffee cup. This one will work. This one's nice because it came out already without a background. I'm going to find one with a background just to... Ooh, I like this. This is kind of cool. This has a background and I want to get rid of this background. So if I have this here, I want to get rid of the background, click background remover up top. Easy peasy. Get rid of that background. And now I can shrink my frame up, decide where I want this. I kind of want it over here. So I can flip it. So flip, I can flip horizontal or vertical. This would be a horizontal flip. That way I can kind of tuck it over here where I want it. And then make the size fit if I want to. It's a good idea. Try to keep your frames. Just it makes it a cleaner edit. If I want to change the color of this, I can go and change the color. Because it's a graphic, I can change the color of it. If I want to change the color of this for some reason, maybe I want a more bluish tone to this because that's the feeling I want. With an image, I can click on it. I can click on the edit menu. It brings up all my image edits over here. So there is shadows, which are always kind of nice, that give a little bit of a difference between, it kind of pops it out, gives it a little bit of contrast, a little bit of black or whatever color you want contrast to pop it out. So shadows are kind of cool. Another thing I can do is if I want to change the color, I'm limited a little bit, but I can do duotone. Duotone will allow me to like really colorize it, but I can do custom, which right now is starting as black and white. But if I wanted it to be blue and white, I can go along here, pick the color that I want. If I want like this color, kind of blue, green, ooh. Well, that's my shadows. Let's see what happens if I choose, ooh, like inverted a little bit. Ooh, with some red and burgundy. Okay, that's not bad. Not my favorite, but kind of going along my same color scheme with like some yellows, reds, and those teals. Yeah, what else? What else do you need to know? Photo frames. We've used photo frames before. There's actually looking like some cute photo frames, like a cup of coffee. So I could go, like I said, sometimes when you drag and drop, it's going to replace something. Photo frames are a little bit tough sometimes because if you put anything on top of it, it's going to want to replace it. But say on the left side here, because I'm going with this coffee theme now, I have this and I'm going to throw, what should go in there? Music notes. Music. What's another word? Like not music notes, but a music staff. Like yeah, one of those. Ooh, this one. Again, I can always click see all and I can see all of these. These are just giving, oopsies. Control Z will take you back. I want to drag it. Kind of sometimes I go up and around because I'm aiming for, I'm not going to let go until I get over that coffee cup. So now I have a coffee cup that is filled with the shapes. Ooh, now I need, what are those called? Heat lines? Heat lines? Does that make sense? Like little, what are those called? Motion lines? Oh, maybe we just look up steam. Ooh, that's kind of cute though. Here's something. If you, ooh, I do like that. I'll look up steam in just a second. So if I'm working on the side, I can put something that goes here. Sometimes it's nice to carry that motif over to the top, which would mean it would go over on this design too. So I can duplicate it and I can be like, okay, well, it started over there. I'm going to have to flip it. Maybe then I have just this kind of abstract design that goes from here. It'll go around this way. And so it is difficult to depict that up on this top piece because we can't really see it. But it does go down, flip vertical, flip horizontal. Nope. It's going towards the back. Oh, yeah. With the little flippy. Whoo, it's just flipping all over. Ah, there it is. Something that's going to go down this way. And that just kind of is like, hey, this element, I want it to carry on, right? So this is where in the mock-up, I mean, it's not pretty, but this is where we can come up with design ideas and have conversations about them and pick the best out of them. So the top is different than, this is the inside of the top. So this would be a different image. These two, this is the back open showing the top. So basically this is this top. If I wanted to get fancy, I could drag a box over these. I could group them together, little groupy action. I could duplicate it. I could walk it over here. I could rotate it all the way around. If you want to stick to like a pure like 45-90. Oh, that doesn't work. It actually just changes the size of it. Never mind. Oopsies. I can then like, hey, this is what this looks like. All right. So if this is the top when it's open, how would these designs carry over into this design down here? So if I had something designed back here, I maybe want it to carry up and over the top. So thinking of this product as a whole, but also this is a canvas, this is a canvas, this back is a canvas, the front is something, the right side is something, the left side is something. How are we going to use all of this space to make this thing pretty cool? So I'm going to keep working on this. Oh, I was going to look for Steam. Steam. And if you don't find what you want, ooh, this is kind of cool. I wonder if I can background remove. Okay, it's not pretty, no, but it's going to give me the idea of I want something like steam coming out of my coffee cup. And remember, you should zoom in. You should actually look closer at what it is you're doing because this steam needs to go behind that coffee cup. You're going to get a lot of layers on here. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So feel free to, once you kind of get something the way you like it, I can click on multiple layers. Oops, multiple layers. And if I wanted to, click, shift, click, right? That's going to give me multiple layers. And maybe this one too. Shift, click is what I did. Now, 2-finger click or right click, go to group. Control or Command G is going to be the shortcut for that. Ta-da! So now this is just one whole piece. If I wanted to just duplicate that again, maybe because it's about togetherness, maybe I need 2 of them. So yay. When it is grouped, you have limited options. So if I wanted to flip this cup, I need to ungroup it, select the cup. I can either select the cup from here or over here in my layers panel. And then now I have all my controls back and I can flip it. Yay! Oh, wait, did it flip? It flipped it, but then it went. Oh, it's a photo thing. So because it's a photo frame, it's pretty, it's dicey. Not dicey, it's just kind of annoying. So what I could do is in this text box here, I could leave a note to be write coffee cup flipped the other way. And again, try to fix your spelling. give it a look over, right? If you need a lot of notes here, just make them small. So just highlight them. And oh, it's cool. Let me type. That's a locked thing, but it'll let me type on it, or add a text box if you want. So if you want to upload images that you have found, you can click upload files, add images that you have found. Please zoom up and read this part about not copying works of third parties. We're not allowed to use album covers or artwork that are on album covers. It is pretty specific. It needs to be our own work. We can take inspiration, but we need to make our own work. And then there is part of the assignment is making sure your color swatches over here are dialed in and filled out. So, I should unlock those for you in the template. I will do that. If I want to change this color, I click on it. Did I unlocked it? I did. Click on it. Up here, it has a black stroke on it. That is the outside line. If I want to pick my color, I would go in here, and as we learned in our mood board, if we had more photos on here, we could choose images from the photos. But I have a color palette that I have chosen for my mood board. You can copy and paste that color palette into here. If you want to be super specific about it, last tip. In my mood board, if I have my mood board open and I click on one of these colors, it's going to tell me what the hex code is. This code down here, hashtag 000000 is black. Okay. If I had white, it's FFFFFFFF, lots of Fs. Okay. 6 Fs. Every color has an address. It has a hex code. So if you copy that hex code from your mood board, come over here, paste that hex code in, click enter, it's going to give you that color, and then we can make your mood board perfectly match your theme colors that you have already decided upon. Yay! Yeah, let's just see how we do, right? There's shapes and lines that you can add if you're looking at like a background or trying to blend some things. There are gradients to use. Square, add a square. So adding a square, say I wanted a background that was a gradient. Once I have this square picked, go to change the color. My gradients are down here. Remember, you can click see all. You can pick one of these default gradients just to give us an idea of what we're doing. You can also add pattern. That would be under elements. So I'm thinking like a rug, a plaid rug, maybe plaid rug. Sure. Put that in there, or because I drew that box. Oh, it's not a box. It's a square. It's fine. Get rid of the square. Ooh, no, watch this. I can add, here, I'm going to add the rug. I'm going to make the rug fit because I like this pattern. Make it fit. I want it kind of offset like this. But then I have that colorful gradient in the back. This key up here, it's the checkerboard that goes to no checkerboard. That is transparency. I can make that rug slightly transparent to say, hey, I want a colorful gradient behind that, but I do want a pattern in front of it. And then I can start building up with that. Maybe I add a microphone, or it needs like 2 microphones. Mic, cords, microphone will work. Ooh, look at that old-timey microphone. Do we want to go old-timey? I don't know. It's kind of like living room old-timey, like karaoke. I don't know. Thoughts to be had. Maybe I use this one for now. remove background. Aim for those white dots to get it in the corner. Look, it's like a little karaoke station. What do we put in the middle? Because I want another one of these. So I'm going to shrink up that frame. Try to get your frames around your images. It just makes editing so much easier. So I'm going to edit this one. Stick this one over here. I'm going to flip it. Oh my gosh. What should we put in the middle? What should we put in the middle? Okay. So just ideas. I'm just designing now. So have fun. This was supposed to be a short video. Email me if you are like, how do I do this in Canva? Or much easier, just say, how do I do, dear Google Sensei, open a Google tab. How do I blank, blank, blank in Canva? And you will find somebody will probably tell you. All right. I believe that's it for me. Over and out, maybe. Yeah, I think. I don't know how to turn it off. This one.